This video traffic report covers morning drive on the 14 Antelope Valley Freeway through Lancaster, Palmdale, and Santa Clarita. So traffic begins leaving Palmdale for early commuters with volume building up sometimes as early as 4:45 a.m. A heavy stretch here until about 6 a.m. between Pearblossom Highway, Angeles Forest Highway, and Escondido Canyon Road. Then usually speeds pick up through the Escondido grade, down through Acton and into the hill, down the hill into Santa Clarita. Then morning drive begins just after Sand Canyon Road at the Santa Clara River overcrossing and stays heavy to Newhall Avenue. Then it's mostly merging delays through the 5, through the 210, and down to the 405 split before it usually eases up. So the stretch from Palmdale to Acton usually takes about 10 minutes. In the morning, that can be 20. And then the stretch through Santa Clarita usually only takes about 15 minutes to get from Sand Canyon Road down to Mission Hills. But in the morning at peak rush hour at about 7 a.m., that can take as much as 30 or 35 minutes. So generally the entire drive from Palmdale to the San Fernando Valley via the 14 takes barely 30 minutes with no traffic, but on a normal morning drive, about double that, a little over an hour. Friday mornings are considerably lighter. You can take about 20 minutes off of the delayed times. And using the carpool lanes, the HOV lanes, which do extend from Palmdale all the way through Santa Clarita and even onto the 5 now, that will save you about 20 minutes as well. The speed limit for the entire stretch is 65, but usually the average speed is 75 for most vehicles. Alternates to the 14. Usually the only time you want to bother with alternates to the 14 is when there's a really bad accident, especially through Santa Clarita or in the Acton area. There are really only two alternates to the 14. There's Sierra Highway, which actually extends all the way through the Santa Clarita Valley and into the Newhall Pass, but a couple points here through Acton, it really strays far from the 14. So if you need to avoid this stretch of the 14, you can use Soledad Canyon Road out of Palmdale and then merge back up right here at the Soledad Canyon Shadow Pines entrance just before the Santa Clarita city limits. And then in really, really rare cases where things are closed closer to the Newhall Pass, you can use Via Princesa or Sierra Highway exits to get over to Soledad Canyon Road and take that all the way across the Santa Clarita Valley. That turns into Valencia Boulevard, where you can access the 5 and go south. Northbound for the morning drive, usually wide open for the 14 from the Newhall Pass all the way into the Antelope Valley, and holidays don't affect the 14 much, especially for the southbound commute.